got my man Gadzooks on the cam.
This is the theme song to my podcast. I stole this song off the internet because I needed a theme song for my
No way
podcast.
around that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's dope.
Well, cheers, man.
Cheers.
I appreciate you being here. This
Thank
is
you
cool.
for having me.
I haven't seen
Fuck
you for
yeah.
so long.
Yeah, I don't even know when I saw you the last time.
Yeah. I know it's been a minute.
We talk though.
We do talk.
We've been talking about doing some things.
We have for a long time. Yeah, this music, like all kind of stuff. I always ask, I make it a point to ask everyone, just as a courtesy, what do you like to drink, right?
Yes.
And I always, don't hit the camera. My pit bull going crazy. He was just sleeping.
Ice Cube.
He's like, bitch, how you know my name? You saw that look again?
I know,
He's like,
he looked at me earlier too, like that. Like, who are you?
yeah. Oh, hey, come over here.
There he goes.
So I ask everyone, what's your favorite thing to drink? But then it's like that kind of depending on the person I'm talking to, it kind of sounds like I'm asking them what kind of alcohol they like to drink. So I kind of make it a point to tell them like,
It could be anything.
it doesn't have to be alcohol. It could totally be alcohol, but so far everyone is like, Red Bull or Gatorade. You're the first person to be like whiskey. And I'm like, fucking finally, because I don't want to be the only one drinking. That's kind of weird. You know what I mean? But then I also like to drink, but we always do these early, like 10 a.m. So it's about that time anyway. You know what I mean?
That makes sense that people would be like, oh, I'll give you a Red Bull at 10 a.m.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
I would have still said whiskey.
Yeah, as would I. I would have been just as stoked.
I would have just said, bring some coffee. We'll make some Irish coffee.
There you go. Yeah. Are you Irish, by the way?
Possibly.
Okay.
I don't actually know, like, fully.
Okay.
I don't know.
What is your I mean, I know you just say you don't know, but like like your whole life, what have you considered yourself?
Fucking a mutt. Like,
yeah,
like
so same here.
I don't really know fully on my dad's side where his family's from, or like the history there. My mom's family has been in the U.S. for generations.
Okay.
There's some like Eastern European in there, but I don't really know specifics.
Yeah.
I'm interested though.
Yeah.
But like not enough to make it a priority to know.
Yeah, people like.
But like honestly, there's a part of like getting older and doing interviews.
Yeah, when people ask
like,
where
what are you? And I'm like,
I
I
have
don't
no idea.
I don't care enough to know.
I totally get that. People are always like, you should do 23andMe. I'm like, I will. And like, it's only $100. I don't know if I'm $100 curious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like maybe $5 curious.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Maybe it's weird or fucked up, but it's like I almost don't want to know. Like,
Sure. There might be some shit in there we can't escape. Yeah.
I'd rather just be who I am now and let the history fucking die with
I completely understand that.
my ancestry.
Yeah, people grab onto that a lot, like their ancestry. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it is like, it is a thing. It is true. We do carry on. I do believe in that, but
Yeah.
maybe that's a part of the reason why I'm trying to run from it.
Sure. No, I completely understand that. And being American is weird too, because we're also mixed up here anyway, that it's like, does it really matter? Like if you're from wherever, you know what I mean? Then I could see how that would be cool. But here, does it really matter like what your ancestors are from? You know what I mean? Because we're all Americans. It's
We're
cool. It
all
makes
mutts.
the conversation. Yeah, we're all mutts.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was just telling you, we'll talk about whiskey more. I went to the, because you requested Powers. Right,
Yes,
which I
did.
respected because most people will say Jameson, myself included.
Yeah.
But that's just like the easy one that everyone drinks.
Right. That's why I said, I was like, but Jameson will do. Because I know Powers is like,
Is it just hard to find? So far, because I couldn't find it.
They didn't have it at the liquor library, which was surprising because I was like, that's a big liquor store and it's called the liquor library.
If you
Like
can call
they
yourself a
might have
library,
it.
that's
They
an
might have
ambitious
it.
name.
But
Yeah.
kind of like they definitely have it at Irish pubs and
Okay.
and certain liquor stores that are like specialty liquor stores. But
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
I guess it is a little hard to. It's not like a regular. And certainly if you walk into a lot of like dive bars, they'll be like, what bitch? Like why are you requesting some random shit?
Yeah,
They think it's bougie, but really it's
just
not.
drink some Jack
It's not
Daniels like
even-
the rest of us.
Yeah, it's not even like top shelf or anything.
Yeah,
It's just to me, it's just like a good whiskey.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I asked the dude, and I was like, "You guys carry Powers whiskey?" And he looked at me like he had never even heard those string of words before. Like Powers whiskey? What the fuck? was like, Jameson's fine, I guess. You know.
Jameson will do.
Yeah,
You said the same thing. You're
I
like,
literally-
Powers?
yeah.
Jameson will do.
Jameson will
Nope.
do. Yeah. He looked at me like, just fucking get the Jameson. you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, you fucking guy.
Yeah.
Just go with what every other white person that walks in, white looking person.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Right. Don't be sorry. Yeah. Sean, so for those watching, that's why I'm in the same clothes as like the last episode, right? So we were just talking about that because Sean's half black and half white, but he looks everything but black and white,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And we're saying that people always tell me that I look like this. The only thing not white about me is the skin color and like, I guess the like Polynesian mass, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
they're like, no, you have white features. And he was like, what the fuck
That's
are white
weird.
features? Yeah,
Yeah.
I take no offense to anything. Like I'm
Yeah.
impossible to offend, right? But I'm
Same.
just like, I'm more just like, what does that mean? Is it the pointy nose? What is it?
Yeah.
So since you don't take offense, do you have any like I know you say you don't know what's in there, but do you have any like Spanish, anything in there? Mexican?
No, the only thing that I like slightly know, but I don't even know anything, is that like there's Native American on my dad's side, but I
Okay.
don't know anything about it
I gotcha.
at all. But
Yeah.
that's the only thing that like I know a little, I know that's there somewhere, but
Yeah.
but I don't know specifics.
Because
at
you have
all.
a tinge of brown in
Yeah.
the tone. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah.
And I mean, people always think that I'm something else.
Yeah.
Usually, they
For
think
sure.
I'm Hispanic or Asian.
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
This guy. This is his first day at the studio.
They did not think I was Asian in Asia, though.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. So you may or may not be responsible for everything happening right now. Because what the fuck you doing in Japan, Bonnie
Yeah, fuck. Damn. We brought it back for sure.
Blue? Yo, for sure,
Yeah,
right?
me and my
Like,
tour mate brought the coronavirus.
You're
and I'm sorry
responsible.
to everyone for that.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
No, I went on tour with an artist named Megan Oki.
Yeah.
We did a world tour. She did one by herself the year prior, and was like in the process of planning
Yeah.
another one for last year. Her and I had toured the Southwest to the Pacific Northwest a year prior. In what the fuck year is it? It's 2020. So 2018 in November, her and I toured for 2 weeks from Texas up to the Pacific Northwest in her van, and just kind of learned. We weren't really like friends before
Yeah.
that, but we just met through shows, and we just kind of learned that we travel really well together. We both like Jameson,
Right.
and we
Sometimes
like
that's all
with
it
our
takes.
different styles. We work really well together. Like doing shows together is really fun because we'll like sometimes I'll go first, sometimes she'll go first, and we have totally different styles.
Yeah.
But somehow it just like works where she'll kind of get the crowd vibing, and then I'll come through and just rock it, or the other way around. Like I'll rock it first, and then she'll come through and like bring the vibe in a different direction.
Sure.
So yeah, we just kind of learned that we travel and tour well together. She was working on the tour already. She was planning on going out by herself, and originally she had asked me to join as like a not even like really be performing, but just kind of to go along for the ride. And I was down. I was actually gonna do like just film her and do video work for her behind the scenes and stuff, which we did do a lot of while we were on tour. But like halfway through her planning, she was like, are you really down to go? If you are, like, do you want me to put you on the like booking requests, you know? And I was like, all right, fuck it, why not,
Right.
So she did that, and then it ended up working out, and I ended up performing at pretty much all of the shows except for New York. She had a show in New York, but
Okay.
but other than that, we rocked it in New York. We went to the Netherlands. We went to in the Netherlands, we went to Rotterdam and Eindhoven.
Dope.
And Amsterdam. We randomly ended up in Amsterdam a couple times, like going in and out of the airport.
Yeah.
And after our show in Eindhoven, we ended up having to like take a train into Amsterdam, and got picked up in Amsterdam and went to go stay at this friend of a friend's house
Yeah.
for like 2 hours before we had to catch the fucking flight to the UK.
Yeah.
So we didn't really like get around Amsterdam, which was kind of funny because that was like the main stop that I really wanted to go to. I really wanted to go to Amsterdam, but we ended up staying. We got an Airbnb in this town called Alkmaar, which is like 30 minutes outside of Amsterdam. It's very similar. Like our Airbnb was so dope. We stayed right on a canal in the middle of the city, and so we got a little. And there was like a mini red light district right around the corner from our shit. We got the experience for sure. Right. But we went there, and then we went to the UK. We did London and Manchester. We shot a video in London, which she just dropped. And then we went to Switzerland. And right now, I want to say fuck Switzerland because that was the worst fucking place.
Yo, these are all questions I was going to ask. Like, what's your favorite? What's the worst? You know what I mean? So fuck Switzerland. Okay, we gotten that far.
Like much like, like, I don't know. Switzerland was like a very specific experience for us. It was just a random stop because like one of the people that we were working with was like, oh yeah, we can for sure book you here in Switzerland and blah blah blah. So we booked our flights, like the entire flights, a few months in advance. So we were like, all right, should we didn't have the show booked yet, but we were like, should we include it, should we not? Switzerland. And the person that we were working with was just like, oh yeah, for sure. So we went to Switzerland just because we thought that something was going to happen there. And then it ended up, we literally stayed in the fucking Airbnb for 2.5 days. Didn't do shit because we were so tired by that point. So it was kind of, I don't know, it was kind of a blessing and a curse, I guess, because we needed that rest in between doing all the shit that we did in the Netherlands and then the UK. We kind of rested in Switzerland, and then we went to Asia, and that was, again, it was like nonstop, all over the place. And then the last day in Switzerland, I woke up to news that a good friend of mine had passed away. It just has like that weird, and then like people were hella rude in Switzerland too. So our whole experience there was just kind of weird. Like, we fucking were asking this girl at the customer service desk in the airport in Switzerland where we catch the Uber. And she straight up just like looks at us and is like, where it says Uber pickup.
Fuck you. I hate people like that. Not like, there's actually a sign. You know what I mean?
Point me. Like, obviously, I'm fucking lost. I'm asking you for help. And I'm like, okay, well, where? Like, how do we get there? And she's like, you take the elevator. Like, that's just like stone cold, and you're just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But so yeah, I mean, fuck Switzerland, but all love, I'll go back someday. I don't know, maybe I'll go fucking hike in the Swiss Alps, and it'll be like a beautiful experience. It'll reset it. But from Switzerland we went to Tokyo, and then Seoul, and then ended in Hong Kong.
Damn. And out of all these places, like, had you been to any of these places
I've
already?
never been out of the country before. I've only been in the US and Mexico.
Oh shit!
But
that's a hell of a first trip out of the goddamn country.
It really was. Like, it's crazy because like me and my life, like it probably wouldn't have happened any other way. Like it just. I love to travel for sure, and I've always wanted to travel. Like, I want to travel everywhere. I don't get like. The places that are like beautiful and touristy spots, like that's cool, but I just want to go everywhere.
That's
even
exactly
if,
how I am. I will go to Iraq, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
I just want the experience.
I was just gonna say, even like war-torn country, like I just want to experience things like firsthand.
I'll go to fucking Wisconsin. Like, whatever. I'm just I'm an experience
I have traveled
collector.
Quite a bit in the U.S. Like,
okay, yeah, same.
that was like I do like to travel. I just fucking love being on the road.
Yo, me too. I don't know what it is. I definitely like seeing the things and meeting the people and getting out there and whatever. But I think for me, speaking for myself, there's always this little bit of like running from my responsibilities. You know what I mean? Like,
of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's kind of like the airport mentality where you get to the airport no matter what time it is. It's like, we'll fucking start drinking.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because we're
drink.
traveling. This doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I
could do that the rest of my life. Just hop around here and there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like me and Megan have that same like mentality where we're just like, let's be on tour for life. Yeah, like
totally.
It's like I would be too. I probably would. But like I'm not necessarily settled, but I am working right now basically to like stack some money and then head out on the road again. I mean, we were already planning all these trips. Like, So we shot video. Meganoki shot videos in New York. We both shot music videos in New York. I did a collab with an artist there named KXR.
Okay.
And so we both shot videos there, and then she shot videos in London, Tokyo, and Seoul. And we were planning on going and doing like video release parties in the cities that we shot them in. We were supposed to be in London on March 7th, but trip got canceled because of everything going on. And then
because you brought the thing back from
because
Tokyo. So
we fucked it up for ourselves.
Yeah.
Because that happened, and then we were supposed to be back in Tokyo and Seoul like in April and May, which might still happen. Who knows?
Yeah.
Because I don't really give a fuck. I mean, Seoul. It's funny because it's like we're seeing like all the people out in Tokyo and Seoul are like chilling. They're like out at the club, like in Seoul, they're like, this is what it looks like when you have universal free healthcare and free coronavirus testing, and it's like the DJ homie in the club, it's all lit, and you're just like, oh, okay, that's how they're fucking handling it
all
over
of us
there.
over here, our priorities all fucked, and we're the ones walking around with gas masks and shit.
It's crazy. But maybe there is like, maybe that silver lining is that like people really are just kind of taking the time to fucking think about their lives for a second, or be with their families, or like slow it down, like we need that.
We definitely
people need that
do.
And people like, like for me personally, like I'll do that for myself just because I go through that where it's like, okay, I understand, like I try to think of myself as a pretty self-aware person. Like I know sometimes I need that, but like the general population doesn't think about that shit. They're just like go living paycheck to paycheck, so they're always on the grind and not worrying about their family and shit. But or well, I guess they're on the grind because they're worried about their family maybe. But
that's a good point. That's a good spin on it. Yeah.
But like people need to slow it down a little bit and just kind of like take a moment to appreciate what life is and not take it for granted. So maybe that is what's happening.
More than anything that I've come to realize, and I think I've already realized it, but I've never obviously been shown it so blatantly, is like how fucking fragile everything is. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not downplaying, but it's not like we could walk outside and see a bunch of sick people like The Walking Dead or some shit.
Right,
you know what I mean? But just like the idea that it's here and people say it's spreading, it's like, all right, everything's shut down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's crazy
I think
how
it's
fragile
a little
everything
extreme
is.
and
I do too. I agree.
Like I don't know. There's just something about it that to me it's like something doesn't make sense. But like I'm not like a conspiracy theorist. I'm not like reading into it because I don't have that kind of time right now. But but like there's something weird about it because it's not like every day we walk out the door we could die.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's like maybe
agree.
that's what people need to think about more. Like you could die at any moment.
Yeah.
And maybe coronavirus is the thing that makes people think about that, I guess. Like I don't know. Maybe that is the silver lining, that it's making people think about shit a little bit differently. But like
totally
like I was saying, like I'm not scared to die. So to me it's like I'm completely unaffected. I'm just like
I really am too.
I don't want to like hurt anybody else though.
Sure.
Maybe being careless and still like totally not quarantining myself is kind of a dick move.
I
but
did
like,
think about that. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I was thinking about that too. Like I just think if you feel that way, if you're scared, then fucking stay home. But I don't feel that way. I'm not scared, so I'm not staying home.
I just can't care. I don't know why. Like, why can't we care? Why can't we care?
I'm not afraid to die.
Yeah.
Like that's not a fear I have.
You can't
like,
scare me with death.
I don't know. Especially a quick death. It's like, it happens like that. Fuck.
Done. Yeah. No,
I'm afraid of being sick and not being able to die, I guess. That like I'm afraid of getting ill and like having to prolong death in a certain way. Like that kind of shit doesn't sit well, but like in general, fear death is not a fear that I have.
Yeah.
It's just not.
This is a crazy statement, but it's also my show, so I can say whatever the fuck I want to, right?
Yeah.
It's like the amount of time me being terminally ill that would have to pass before I decide to just kill myself is like
very
4
small.
days, maybe.
Yeah.
4 days
very small.
tops.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm never getting better then. I'm out. I'm out. What the fuck am I waiting for? You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's like hella inspired. Like it is kind of, it's crazy because I have that same perspective, but it is kind of crazy because so many people are like so inspiring that they just like you know, they are sick and they, you know, they're just like so strong and they decide to like share their story and they make it like this thing and they're, you know, they show strength for other people. But I don't know if I would have that fucking, you know, I'd be like,
I don't.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't.
Like,
I don't. Yeah.
I can't even lie about it.
No, straight
I
up.
probably don't.
Yeah, I don't. I don't know. It's, and a few
I'm
times.
fully like, for the most part, I could have coronavirus right now, but I'm like, for the most part, super healthy. I have all my limbs and shit, and I still want to die. So if I was sick,
you like, said, I'm gonna remind you. I'm gonna remind you. You said all that, and you still want to die. Is that what you said? Yeah. Okay, me too. That's okay. I was kind of tiptoeing around this a little bit, but now that I know, okay.
No,
so
we
both
talk
like
about
whiskey. We both kind of want to die. So is depression a thing for you?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you could call it that.
Yeah. What else would you call it?
Wanting to die sometimes.
I like that. I don't think depression and wanting to die sometimes are mutually exclusive. I think definitely wanting to die is a byproduct of depression, but sometimes it's amazing how many times during the day I entertain the idea of dying. And but with no real like, I'm not planning to, but it's just like, it'd be just way easier.
Right. It's the way out. Like, I definitely,
Not even for like real bad things. It's just like, I don't really want to fucking, do I want to
deal with this?
Figure out my taxes? Fuck, I don't know anything about taxes. I could hire a tax guy or I could learn. I've learned everything else on YouTube. I'm for sure there's a tutorial out there. I do. Okay. I totally do. Okay. But this year's been weird because I'm like self-employed now and it's like money coming in from so it's like I'm anticipating the headache and I'm just like, I could study up and learn all these things or I could just die and it wouldn't be a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
it's weird. Like, for me, it's funny. I just kind of realized this recently where it's like, I do it like I'll literally, my brain, it's not even me. It's like my brain is a fucking separate being, you know? Sure. It's like my brain I'll be like hella happy.
Yes.
And that will make me want to die. Cause I'm just like, I'm so fucking happy. Like I'm ready to go. Like I'm so fucking happy. I did everything that I want. Like I've had a great fucking life. You know, that's like what I feel like I'm going through now where it's, or maybe the last couple of years even, like I've had an amazing life. Like I've done almost everything I've ever wanted to do. So it's like now trying to think about shit.
What now?
Like, what do I want now? You know, it's like, I'd rather it just be over. Like, I'm good with like, I've had a great fucking life. Like and a horrible life at certain points too. Sure. Like that's all the beauty and the tragedy. But But like, it's funny because like I think I've definitely been through like severe depression where it's like, I just literally want to die because I don't want to deal with the darkness. Yeah. But I also am someone that like completely indulges in the darkness. You know what I mean? Like I know exactly I'm that what person you mean. Too. So it's like, it's weird, but yeah, I'll be happy as fuck and be like, all right, I'm just ready to go. It's not even like associated with depression always. Like, of course, like you said, it's kind of a byproduct, but like, I just have that little person in my brain sometimes. It's like, okay, you're good. You ready to go? And I'll be like, yeah, I'm ready to go. You know? Right. Like, we're good? Okay, we did all that. Like, we're good. Okay. Yeah. Let's go through the memory bank. Like, all right, that was cool. We've had the time of our lives. Yeah. How many fucking times? Like, how many more times can you have the time of your life? You know? Right. It's just like,
shit is probably gonna suck eventually. Just like we're just gonna plateau and just gonna suck.
Like, I will say that, you know, I go through that, but I also, it's like, I always like outrun myself. And, you know, it's like if I fucking died 2 years ago, I would have never traveled the world. And so it's like,
I know exactly what you mean.
You know, it's like you always prove yourself wrong at a certain point. Like, bitch, if you would have taken yourself out, you never would have seen this and had this, you know, but it's still like, whatever. It could end and I would be happy.
I'm 100. I hope you don't just think I'm just saying this. Like, I'm 100% on board with you. This is the shit I have to tell my wife. I should probably seek therapy, but like I just tell my wife this just so I can hear myself say it. Yeah. She's not on the same page, but it's like I would never ask anyone on this show like about that. But since you bring it up, totally
Yeah.
on board with that. Yeah.
So how is that? What is her response to that? If she's totally different, like how is that having those conversations with someone that doesn't necessarily
Well,
understand that?
she feels for me. She doesn't understand. That's basically our entire marriage
that's
in a
a-
nutshell. You know what I mean? She's like, I just don't understand, but I believe you really feel that way. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Which sometimes that's all I need.
But she just accepts. Yeah, I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
she just accepts you for who you are. So I guess that's
Yeah.
really, like that's the thing to me. It's like nobody needs to be empathetic or sympathetic to me. They just
Right.
need to accept me for who the
This
fuck
is
I am.
Exactly.
Like I don't need anything. I just like whatever.
I
Just
need very little in life, and furthermore, I'm very bad at being needed. How are you at that? Like, do you
being needed.
being needed by people?
I like. Do I want that?
Not so much do you want that, but like,
I mean, I'm very good at being needed for sure.
Okay.
Like I for sure I'm the person that like people always come to me for things.
okay,
I'm definitely that type of person.
I got you, and you're fine with that.
Yes, I am, because I feel like that's where my good karma in life comes from.
Oh, okay.
Like if I were to say I believe in karma, like
Sure.
for sure, like my because my good karma doesn't come from my decisions.
Right. So it just cancels them out. I got you. I follow that entirely.
No, but I think I always have, like, my whole life, I really, since I can remember, I've always wanted to help people.
Yeah.
And I just kind of have always ended up in situations where I am helpful to people around me, whether it's at work or in life with friends. Like, so yeah, I kind of do. But then again, I go through like periods where I'm just like completely shut off too.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm like the best friend to have, because I'll always be there for you, but I'm horrible at like keeping in touch. If I'm not doing good, I don't want to fucking talk to anybody.
That is
you know?
absolutely how I am. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
like I'm good. But I'll be there if I'm good, and I'm like, then you're gonna be with me, and we're all gonna be good. But then, like I said, if you need me, I'm there no matter what I'm
Right.
going through. But like keeping in touch with people has kind of always been an issue.
Yeah.
Can we get a refill?
Oh, absolutely. Wow, look at you. You're making your way through this. Let's see. Tell me when.
Oh, when?
Well, okay. I said, tell me when. You
It's
said,
okay. I was like,
Oh. Well, I feel like I overfilled your glass. Do you want to
No, it's
dump
all
some of that in
good.
here?
I mean, sure.
All right. I mean, we already hugged in the parking lot. Whatever
Yeah.
you have or I have, we each have
We
now.
definitely
Right.
have it.
Yeah.
I was this is fucked up. I was very sick at the end of December, so I kind
really?
of feel like
When did you get back from?
I got back December 1st.
Coincidence.
Yeah.
Doesn't it
We
take
did
like
do
2 or 3
all
weeks to start feeling?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either.
I
I'm
don't
just
know.
talking on my ass.
We did do all of that traveling in 4.5 weeks.
Yo, that'd make anyone sick. I feel like that's
crazy because like
strenuous.
we did not get sick on tour, other than like a couple days of being slightly hungover, but
Sure.
like we didn't get sick anywhere. You know, we ate well for the most part.
I was just gonna ask you, do you like, yeah, what do you do anything to actively keep yourself well?
Well, like not really. I mean, just fucking going outside and taking a walk for sure every day, because we're in like all these different places. So we're just
you
like,
want to get out and about.
okay,
yeah.
but the main thing, now that I think of it, now that you fucking asked me that. Okay, so we both had, this is the main thing. I lost like 20 pounds on the tour because we both had a personal luggage, like a carry-on luggage, a backpack, and a large luggage full of merch.
Okay.
And we lugged that shit everywhere we went.
Yeah.
And we like walked miles.
Yeah.
And we carried that shit up and down flights of stairs. So that shit kept us, and like, you know, sometimes we would be running to catch a train or
Sure.
whatever. So like that kind of shit definitely kept us in shape.
Yeah.
And like, you know, it was fucking nuts. Like it was so funny. The one of like the jokes of the tour is that like we would be messaging people and like asking them like, okay, how far away is it from the train station? Like whether it was the radio station that we had to go do an interview at, or we're meeting up with the person to shoot a video, or the show, whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody said, oh, it's a 5-minute walk.
Okay, I know where this is going.
Every fucking time.
Yeah.
It was literally like an hour for us because we're lugging all this shit with us. Like,
right.
It was so crazy. Like when we first got to Amsterdam, so originally like we thought we were going to Amsterdam, and then we get to Amsterdam, like, and this is our bad because we didn't do like a full itinerary of every single thing before we went on the tour. We kind of did it like as we were going.
That's dope.
And we get to Amsterdam, and then we're like, oh shit, the fucking radio interview that we have in 2 hours is actually in Rotterdam, which is like an hour and a half train ride away.
Oh shit.
So we take the train there, and then it's like, again, what would appear to be like a 15-minute walk to the radio station from the train station ended up being an hour because all of our shit. And it's like hella small fucking cobblestone streets. And we're just like lugging.
Not ideal travel situation.
At least 100 pounds. Like, no joke, at least 100 pounds, lugging this shit everywhere. Like, we, you know, I think I was a good motivator for her because I was just like, we can do it. And then sometimes that was like the greatest part. We had the greatest dynamic. Like when I wasn't necessarily in the greatest headspace to fucking do whatever the fuck we needed to do, you know, she was there to be like, come on, we got to go do this. And vice versa. Cause it was like, it was nonstop. Like, that's why I say Switzerland was actually like, it was like a blessing in disguise that nothing was going on there, because like, we were in New York for a week to start. Yeah. And we did, we both wrote and recorded songs there and shot music videos there. And then we did a photo shoot with a photographer there. So we had, and we did a radio interview. So our schedule was super stacked in New York, but we also had like an amazing host. Shout out to Boyo. Amazing host and like security guard that totally like took care of us the whole time, and we were kind of like, our schedule was hectic, but we were very like, we had a great team with us. Like my homie James, shout out to James Dell NYC, he did a lot of the behind the scenes stuff in New York, and we just had like an amazing team of people around us that like got us everywhere that we needed to go, and like had us fed and all the shit. So we were kind of spoiled. Sure. Not gonna lie. So we were in New York for a week, and it was kind of nonstop, but again, we were kind of spoiled. So going to the Netherlands, it was like our you know, it was like our wake up call of like, oh fuck, we have no one to carry our bags. Right. Like we gotta fucking carry this shit. Yeah.
And probably even worse because you just came from being spoiled.
Totally. Yeah. Like but you know, and then we had to like figure out the routes everywhere in different languages and stuff, which somehow was like that part was like not difficult for me somehow. Like even when we got to Asia was completely different, because obviously like the Netherlands, some people still spoke English, so it wasn't that hard. The UK, obviously everybody speaks English. Right. Switzerland, nobody speaks English. They speak like 4 different languages, but none of them are English. So that was fucking weird.
What are the other languages? Do you know?
Fucking Romanian. Okay. I don't even know if that's a language, but a lot of people there are
from Romania. Yeah. And they were talking, so
I don't know. I think Russian was one of them. Like, it's such a random mix of shit from just people have gone there, but Switzerland doesn't have its own language, which we learned.
I just learned right now.
I was like, oh, people there speak Swiss. No.
I guess. I guess I assumed they speak a different language. But
we just fucking. Yeah, it was super nonstop. Our schedule was nonstop in New York, and then we had to carry all our shit around in the Netherlands and everywhere that we had to go for our show and for the radio show there, and then our Airbnb. It was all like an hour and a half away from each other. Yeah. So it was like we had to go all over the place, and we're lugging all this shit with us, and we're sleeping like hella intermittently. Like we're sleeping like 2 hours at a time.
2 hours here, 2 hours. Yeah, I got you. Long car ride.
Train rides for the most part. Yeah. But it was kind of crazy too, because when we left New York, Megan got her phone stolen at the airport. So we were like hella on alert, like, okay, like we were both scared to sleep basically because we were like, who's gonna take our shit? And then like halfway through the flight to Amsterdam, she thinks that she loses her bag with her passport in it. She's just like freaking out, but it really just, it just like fell underneath the seat. But because the whole fucking traumatic situation of her losing her phone just happened at the airport, it was like this whole shit. So we were like, we were trying to like take turns sleeping, but then we were both like hella scared too.
Yeah, it's hard to sleep when you're sketched. Yeah,
we tried, but yeah, it was hella nonstop in the Netherlands, and then in the UK it was like even more nonstop. Like we got to the UK, we got to London first. The day that we got to London, we had a show that night. I literally took like a 3-hour nap. Yeah. And luckily the homie had some drugs that woke me up a little bit, because otherwise I don't think I would have fucking gone to the show. Yeah.
Tylenol like, and shit, right? That's what you're talking about? Yeah.
Advil.
Yeah. Advil, right.
Yeah, that, slept for 3 hours, woke up. Like, it was funny too, because there was a few times where Megan was like, you're not gonna get ready, like before, because it's like she has like her thing that she does, and she does her makeup and everything like that. Like, I don't, like, I'll choose to do that sometimes, but like I don't give a fuck either. I'll go to a show and rock that shit fucking in my pajamas and no makeup. Like, it depends on how I'm feeling. Like, you're gonna get pretty much however the fuck I'm feeling.
You're that way in every aspect of life. I understand that. Yeah, I totally understand.
Sometimes it was like, and London was one of them where I was just like, it's cool, I'll go. I told her, I was like, I'll just get ready in the bathroom. Yeah. And I was literally in my pajamas. I was actually in these sweats, like in my pajamas, just like, let's just go to the show, get to the venue. Because we always had to be there like hella early for sound check, which is not something I normally fucking do.
Right. Yeah, I know how that goes. Yeah.
So it was like that was a different thing too, where it's like, fuck, we gotta go. Not only sound check, but like setting up our merch and everything like that. So it was like, we always had to get there early. And usually I would be like, fuck a sound check. You do a sound check. I'll go fucking fix myself in the bathroom before we gotta rock this show. Like, I'm tired of shit. But so that was London. And then the day after the show, we got invited to this club in London, like this fucking like club. I've been to clubs for sure, but that's never been like my thing. Same. But like, I'll go when it's like the experience pops up. It's like, all right, we're going to a club that's fucking packed out with people and fucking sleazy ass guys that like won't get the fuck away from you. It's like, that's not the vibe I'm trying to catch. But I'm in London and like somebody invited us, so we're all gonna go out, and it was crazy. Like, this dude, shout out, I don't even know his name, but shout out to him, because he was a sweetheart. Like, he came through the show, and then afterwards he was super excited because he was like, come to this club, like I can get us in for free, and like, it's all good. I used to work there or something. So we're like, all right, fuck it. So we took an Uber over there, us, me, Meganoki, Peaky, and a couple of his homies all took an Uber over there over the show, or after the show. And we had all our shit with us, mind you. Okay. All of our luggages.
You really didn't put that shit down.
No. We lugged that shit to every show because we were selling our merch and shit. Yeah, yeah. And I had to bring my personal shit because I couldn't get ready before we left for the show. Sure. Because I was too fucking tired. Yeah. But we went to this club. We get there and we're like standing with like 7 luggages, just standing there, and the homie's like over talking to the security guard, and the security guard's just like looking over, like giving us the side eye. He literally is like doing this to the dude, and we're like, fuck.
Brushing him off. Yeah.
Fuck, So we're like waiting there for a minute. We're all just kind of like, what the fuck should we do? Like, should we just go, like, whatever, go chill somewhere? We got all this fucking luggage. And eventually they let us in. Yeah. Like, the doorman is like, all right, whatever. Makes like 2 of the guys pay and lets us all in. We lug our shit in. They let us put all our luggage
that was
in,
gonna be
like,
my question. Okay.
They let us put our luggage in like a back closet or whatever. So we did get in and we did like chill in there for a bit. Like I said, it was a fucking packed ass club with a bunch of sleazy dudes and like drunk ass girls. Yeah. It was club vibes. Fuck it. We're in London. Fuck it. There was some cuties in the bathroom. That was cool. Right. Nice conversation there. But and then like halfway through, I don't want to like burn him out, but well, I don't think it is burning him out, like, because this is what happened. Like, basically this dude came up like in the middle of our circle. We're all just chilling there. This dude came up kind of in the middle of it, like trying to walk through, and just kind of stood right in front of me. I don't know what the fuck, but the homie was just like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, just kind of like, why are you being rude? Because he just like walked in the middle, and then I don't know what the fuck happened, because I was halfway drunk and on drugs, but like this shit all went down. And then eventually the security guard from the front door comes up and takes the homie. He's like, oh, you come with me, and he takes him outside, and we follow him because we're like, you're not taking our homie, and we're just gonna like stay here on the dance floor. So we follow him, and we're like, listen, they take him outside to the back patio and are like trying to figure out what the fuck went on. And there's like a girl bartender, I think she was, that's like telling the homie that he's being immature, and the homie's like not saying anything. He's like, what the fuck? And I'm like pissed, because like, don't fuck with my friends if I've been drinking. Especially, you know, like, no, I don't give a fuck. You know, I'll never come back here. Like, I do not give a fuck unless you like put me in jail and keep me there, and then I have no option. But like, whatever. So I'm like, we're out of here. Like, you know, like, because we're there, we're chilling, we're spending money. I'm like, fuck all this bullshit. Like, I don't know why you feel the need to like take him outside and like have a talk with him like he's a little fucking kid. Like, I was just like, fuck this dude, we're out of here. And the security, and then the dude from the front door is like trying to apologize and be like, oh, I'm sorry, like, I want you guys to have a good time and be here and blah blah blah, like, oh, we love you guys, we love Americans, blah 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 blah. You know, like, try. And I'm just like, fuck you, give me my shit.
Like, sir, what you can do is you can go fetch my 17 items of luggage, and I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna count them all too.
Give me my shit, and we out. So we left, and then we stayed up until 4 a.m. because, you know, that's what we do. And then we slept for 2 hours, and we woke up and shot the video that is now out.
Damn. So this whole thing was just a promo. Where could they see
it?
It
really was. Because like, honestly, for me watching the video, it's like, damn, I know what we went through to make it happen. Like, literally slept for 2 hours, got up, got ready, and was out shooting the video all over London. All day long. And like, just hectic as fuck. But that's what I was talking about before. It's just like the schedule was hectic as fuck. We did London, and then we went to Manchester, took a bus up to Manchester, had a show in Manchester the night that we took the bus in. And again, I was like, that was another time that she was like, you're not gonna get ready again. It's like, I'll get ready at the venue. Hectic as fuck. And then from Manchester we went to Switzerland, and yes, again, it was probably what we needed. There was like a 7-Eleven kind of thing across the street from our Airbnb. I went there like 7 times to like buy random shit, but other than that, we literally did not go anywhere. We had a like Airbnb mate or roommate that was staying there too, and she was all like, oh, go to the city with me one day, and we were like, all right, maybe we will. We totally didn't. We didn't do shit. Like, we literally did not do shit, but we probably needed it, because from there, you know, we took a fucking 22-hour flight. It was like I don't know what it was. It was like a 6-hour flight into Turkey, and then like an 18-hour flight into Tokyo or something crazy. And then Tokyo, you know, it was nonstop again, basically in Asia, until we got to Hong Kong, because Hong Kong, she had a video shoot originally, and we were supposed to have a show there, but they both got canceled because of the riots that were going on. So, but it was weird because the day before we flew to Hong Kong, they had an election that like flipped everything to kind of the side of the protesters. So there was like a calm
a little bit
when
of a
we
rest.
were there, but it was like an eerie calm. It was
like
kind of
any
crazy.
Minute now this shit could pop off.
Because like even driving through, like from the airport to our Airbnb in Hong Kong, like you could see like, you know, where the riots were taking place. You could see the damage in the city. You could see graffiti all over the city, you know, talking about what was going on. And then like a few days after we left, it started back up again. So it was like a crazy, eerie, calm. But the day that I left, there was like, it was just fucking weird. Like the day that I left, I just remember there was like a mall across the street from our Airbnb, and I went over there to get a snack or something, and there was like this group of, I don't know, what looked like fucking like SWAT team member, you know, just
okay.
I don't know, it was weird. Like their whole vibe was just weird. It was like they were waiting, you know, they were just like waiting to fucking beat someone up.
Yeah,
you know, just like in a gang,
militarized.
Yeah,
I got
exactly.
you.
And I was just like, I gotta get the fuck out of here because I was
Yeah.
alone. Like, so we were supposed to stay there together through the whole thing and leave on the same day from Hong Kong, but when we were in Seoul, her flights got changed around.
Yeah,
and she ended up leaving like a day and a half before I left. So I was in Hong Kong alone for like a day and a half, which was really fucking.
Yeah, how was that? Traveling alone?
It was good. Like, I don't know. It was a weird, like, it was amazing, but it was also like, holy fuck. Because our Airbnb in Hong Kong too was like, it was on the 27th floor of this high rise with like this amazing view of some harbor in Hong Kong that I should probably remember the name of, but I don't.
Yeah.
Because whiskey.
Right. Yeah.
And it was like the end of this month-long journey.
Yeah.
You know, so it was like, and we had just come from Seoul and a bunch of crazy shit going, you know.
So you had a moment to be like, what the fuck just happened? Right.
Yeah,
right.
it was like,
right.
it was beautiful, but it was also kind of crazy just to be like, holy fuck, that all just happened. And I'm just sitting here alone.
Yeah.
In my fucking castle in the sky with my thoughts, you know, but yeah, it was beautiful, but it was kind of crazy. At first, when like her whole shit got switched around, I did have some anxiety, like the fuck, because of everything that was going on there. I was kind of like, but the whole time, like, so those riots were going on the whole time we were planning the trip. And the whole time she was kind of, or we were both kind of like, should we go? Should we not go? And the whole time I was like, I want to go, even if the riots are going on. Like, I'll go interview some people. I don't, you know,
Same,
like,
that's how I am.
Fuck it, you know?
Yep.
So I wasn't, but then when I found out that she had to leave like a day and a half early, I was like, oh, fuck. Like, this is going to be a journey, but it was cool. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
I walked around by myself and, it was cool just to like people watch. And
traveling alone is something I enjoy. Granted, I'm a man,
I do. Yeah.
right?
I do. Yes. Like I for sure enjoy it too, but like the danger is for sure not lost on me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do. I
remember
enjoy traveling alone.
There's a specific moment in my life where I found myself telling my mom, like, Mom, you just got to travel alone because it's tight. I went here and here, and then it clicked. Like, hey, asshole, she's a woman and like an attractive woman that, you know what I mean? Like that does matter. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, oh yeah, I should shut the fuck up because I'm kind of always in control of my surroundings and not everyone has that privilege. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very true. I definitely was like an interesting thing to see how women are treated in different countries across the world. Like there's that, like, for sure Hong Kong was really the only place, just because of like the unrest that was going on there. It was really the only place that I just felt a little bit like, fuck, anything could happen. But
where? I'm sorry, Hong Kong.
Hong Kong.
Okay.
But like Seoul and Tokyo, I like in Tokyo even we did a few photo shoots and a video shoot in Tokyo, and like we would leave, you know, the photographer and the videographer would like leave their stuff and they would be like, oh, let's go to this other location. Like, it's fine. Nobody's going to touch it. And that's just like, that's the culture in Tokyo. It's like, they don't touch people's shit. You know, like they just don't do that. Like, and that was just kind of interesting because we're just like, what? You're literally going to leave your fucking $1,000 camera equipment over here? Like, and it's okay. Yeah. Like, but it really is. Yeah. Like, it literally, nobody's going to, that's just not, and that was interesting too, because they literally explained to us where it's like, that's just not how people think.
It's not an Asian thing. Yes.
It's just not how people think there. They're not thinking of like, how can I come up on someone else? Like, that's just not, you know, they respect people. Which is obviously not what we do in America.
Absolutely. I've traveled through Asia, different parts. I've not been to Japan, but I've traveled through Asia, and same thing. All of my little hangups, I started to realize, oh, this more represents where I come from,
For
not where I'm
sure.
at. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But then
Yeah.
there are other places in the world where you go to and it makes us look like Asia. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's like
Yeah.
you walk outside, you might get stabbed. You know what I mean?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
sure.
totally. So,
Yeah, I went to a bunch of places, you know, like a bunch of beautiful places that have kind of low crime rates. So I was the
Yeah.
entire time like, fuck, I hate America.
Right.
You know, like
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is so much better.
Sure. Yeah.
But for sure, like
Yeah.
America's great.
That's that's what I tell everyone. America's way better than a lot of places, and it's way worse than a lot of places.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And that's the beauty of traveling. You can read as many books as you want. You can watch documentaries or whatever, but until you're out there, until you smell the smells and like fear for your life, or you have this moment like, wow, I don't know, I didn't realize I needed to feel this relaxed, but I'm fucking really
Right?
relaxed right now. I feel
Yeah.
like, yeah.
That's what it was like in Tokyo, where it was just like, wow, like I don't feel like anybody's like trying to fucking, you know, like I said, in London, we were in this club and there was a bunch of scumbag dudes, like, ugh, you know, that was like, oh, get me the fuck out of here.
I've been to London, not a fan. Go ahead, proceed. Yes.
Shout out to London though. I mean, I actually did really like London. It was one of my favorite places to go. Manchester may have like beat London a little bit in my brain just because it was, but we didn't spend that much time there either, so you know, who knows. It's like you only get so much time in a place, so you never fucking know. But we were like super blessed with people everywhere that we went. We had either friends or artists that we collaborated with that kind of showed us, you know, how it was to be there and just kind of experience it as if we were living there rather than experience it as a tourist, because I don't like doing definitely will, like, you know, like a few years ago I went on a sister trip with my sisters to New York, and we did hella tour. You know, we walked the Brooklyn Bridge and we went to the 9/11 Memorial and we went to the Central Park. And
I think that's important.
all
the
this
touristy
shit,
things.
you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm super down for that, but that's not what I would want to do.
Right.
Like that's not like everywhere that we went on tour. It's like we just walked around the places and went into little spots and, you know, as if we lived there. Like that's what I like. That's how I feel. Like I feel at home wherever I am, and I just want to feel like that, where I'm just in the neighborhood of wherever I am. Like I don't feel like a tourist when I'm traveling, so that's not really like, I want to see all that shit for sure. Like fuck yeah, if I go to Paris, I'm going to the Eiffel Tower just to be like, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
But like I'll also walk around the streets a little bit.
But like what you just said, you felt at home. I think that's important, because if you only go to the 9/11 Memorial, if you only go to the Brooklyn Bridge, whatever, which are all great things, I've done them all. I'm a big fan of all of the things.
Yeah.
But it's like,
they're beautiful.
no one's at home there. No one fucking lives there.
Right.
You got to go where people live. You got to go where the homes are to feel at home.
Yeah, definitely.
I totally understand that.
Yeah, we had amazing pretty much everywhere except for Switzerland, and maybe that's why it sucks.
We keep coming back to why Switzerland
I'm
sucks.
just kidding. I love Switzerland. I'm just gonna put that.
It doesn't sound like you do. It doesn't sound like you do.
No, but we had amazing hosts in Tokyo, Ingram Tokyo, which was a big sponsor of the tour.
Okay.
Shout out to them. Utah, which was one of the photographers. BC Strike was the other photographer and videographer that we worked with, and they just, you know, they took us around. Yeah, like we lived there, and we you know, it's like we walked around. We stayed in a couple different neighborhoods in Tokyo too, which was really cool because we got to see like. It's funny because the day, or like 2 days before we went to Seoul, South Korea, we stayed in Little Korea in Tokyo.
Oh, weird.
So it was like,
oh, strange.
Which like we didn't plan that. It was just like it happened to be the Airbnb that we picked, and then as we were like walking down the street with all their shit, we're like, oh, we're literally in Little Korea right now. Yeah. But we're in Tokyo. That was the craziest. So it's a neighborhood called Shinjuku. Okay. And Shinjuku has the busiest train station in the world. Oh, no. There's literally like millions of people going in and out of there all day. And it literally is no shit. It's the busiest train station because like normally, so what we like strategized because we had all our shit with us and not wanting to go into all these crowds when we were going on the buses and stuff. It's like, or trains, whatever. We would like get off of them and then we would just chill to the side, wait for the crowd to go, and then we would go.
Right.
This fucking train station, Shinjuku, there is no lull.
Okay.
There is no lull.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no pause in people walking. Like, no, not at
Yeah.
all. People were literally climbing over our suitcases.
Oh,
like
shit.
they ain't stopping
Like
for
an
shit.
anthill. Yeah.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was like.
Like
It
an
was like an
anthill.
anthill. People were
Wow.
literally
If you slow
climbing
down,
over our
if you
shit.
slow down, I'm crawling
We-
over you with very little thought
We're
involved.
like, what do we
Yeah.
do? We
Yeah.
were like, should we stop? Like, what? And we
Yeah.
stopped for a little bit, and then people started climbing over our shit. So we were like, we shouldn't stop. Like, what the fuck? It was
Yeah.
crazy, but again, it was an experience.
Yeah. Cultural differences, man. You know what I mean? It's weird. I used to work at a college for a long time, and every once in a while, and again, I've traveled through Asia, so I'm not just like talking on my ass here. I mean, a little bit. I'm always a little bit talking on my ass, right?
Always a little bit.
Yeah, always a little bit. But they'd have like exchange students come for like 2 weeks or whatever, and there would be like no sense of a line. They would just like
Yeah.
stand next to each other and push their way
yeah.
to the front of the counter, right? When I used to, like, a long time ago. And Americans, they'd be like, oh, they're so rude or whatever. And it's like, really, they just come from a place
They're
where
just
you
getting to
just
where they're
gotta-
going.
I was just going to say, you got to get to where you got to go. That's all it is.
For sure.
They're not,
For
there's no
sure.
animosity involved. They
Not
don't
at
know.
all.
Yeah. at
Like
all.
they're like
It's important to realize that.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think the for sure the people of Japan and Tokyo, like from my experience, it's like they are the least bit rude people.
Yes.
They just do things in a certain way that may look,
To us,
just
yeah.
trying to get to where they're going looks rude because they're like there's so many people, but no, like they're the least bit like they look at everything as art. Like they they appreciate everything. They respect everything like
Right.
that. That was one of the most beautiful things too, is that like having hosts where we went and locals that we chilled with and worked with, we got to experience things in a certain way, and they taught us things about the culture there.
Yeah.
And that was the biggest thing that we heard from everyone in Japan, is that like people are hella respectful, and people appreciate things.
Yeah.
Like they're not being rude just because they got somewhere to be. They just know what they have to do.
Right.
Whereas like in America, it's like, or maybe other places too. Now I'm talking shit about America all day. Fuck it.
Western culture. Yeah. Fuck it. Whatever. We from here.
People
Yeah.
people get sensitive or like
Yeah.
whatever. It's like, no, it's not even about that. It's just like, you got somewhere to be. You got to get there. You know what the situation is like.
Yeah.
It's not rude because I got to get somewhere to be, have somewhere to be. It's not rude.
Yeah. I
But
think
we're so like, I feel like Americans are just so like entitled that it makes them feel like everybody's being rude just because they're not doing things the way that they would do them.
that's a cool word, entitled, because a lot of Americans would see the Asian people pushing to the front of the line. Like, why do they're so entitled? Like they deserve to be in the front. Really, you're entitled because you think you deserve to be in a place where people don't push to the front of the line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
So, I'd like to say that you'd have to travel in order to realize that, but
sure.
it's
I
it's
don't
entirely
think that
possible.
because before I traveled, I still knew that Americans
Exactly.
were assholes.
Exactly.
But
It's
it just,
entirely
like, proved
possible.
the point of like, oh, fuck.
It reassured it. Yeah.
It for sure reassured it.
Yeah, absolutely. Because so other people could travel just like you have and come back with none of that. You know what I mean? None of that enlightenment or understanding or whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean?
Probably.
It just it all has to do
That
with.
sucks for them. But
It does suck for them. It definitely does suck
shout
for
out
them.
to me.
Yeah, shout out to me. Shout out to me.
LA County to issue stricter stay-at-home order due to coronavirus.
LA County.
LA County. LA officials.
Do you live in LA County?
Updated 3 seconds ago. Yes, I do. I live in East LA.
I live in Orange County with white people.
Oh, shit. Okay. I might be coming to stay with you.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Let's do it. Yeah.
Okay. City officials, including the mayor of Los Angeles, issued a safer at home health order,
Yeah.
asking all residents to stay inside their homes and only leave for what is absolutely essential, promising residents wouldn't be evicted and water would still be running. This is not a request. This is an order, LA Mayor Eric Garcetti said. The mayors of Los Angeles, Long Beach, and Pasadena joined health officials gathered for the news conference Thursday afternoon. I have never read this fast in my life. I just want to say that.
I was just like, God damn, she read real well. She read real well. I can't even talk well. You read better than I
As
talk.
I was reading it,
Yeah.
I was like, holy fuck.
How am I doing this? That was tight.
Let's see. Oh, Dave. I can't remember the last time I opened a Google map and saw green everywhere. What the
Yeah.
fuck? That means it's working and means people are staying at home. That's true. I did get here. Like, literally the only reason I was on time today was because of coronavirus.
You were
so.
mad punctual. I gotta say, you were mad punctual.
That is literally
Yeah.
the only reason.
Yeah.
I've never been on time for anything.
It's funny because, like, as you saw, you got here and I was still kind of working on the last one. I always kind of give it a little padding because most people, no offense, but most people, like, I always, if I say 2, I know you'll be here around 3.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially
So
rappers.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I mean. When I say people, I mean like
I know.
rappers and
I know
shit.
what you mean.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I rap sometimes.
Sometimes.
The mayors said the order will go into effect midnight Thursday. That's tonight.
That's definitely tonight.
The only time LA residents can leave home is for essential activities. Walking in the neighborhood is fine. Garcetti said.
Yeah, I don't like this shit, man.
I don't like this shit at all. The only residents who can leave their homes are emergency personnel, government employees, medical professionals, which I am because I work at a medical cannabis dispensary.
Oh,
or
shit.
distribution
do
center,
you?
rather. So yeah, that's medical professional.
Okay.
And others with essential jobs. My job is essential, for sure.
Okay.
People need their weed.
Absolutely. This time more than ever.
Almost all businesses, including retail, were ordered to be closed. According to the city's website, you can leave your home to go to the grocery store, go to the pharmacy to pick up medications and other healthcare necessities, go to medical appointments, take a walk, ride your bike. I love how they're like listing it. I guess they have to. I guess, yeah.
Because you know there's going to be
Take a walk, ride your bike, and be in nature for exercise. Just keep at least 6 feet between you and others in the community. Walk your pets and take them to the veterinarian if necessary. Help someone to get necessary supplies. You should not go to work unless you are providing essential services as defined by this order. Visit friends and family if there is no urgent need. Maintain less than 6 feet of distance from others when you go out as possible. We're totally breaking the law right now.
Totally.
That's awesome.
That's fine.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Travel to or from a job outside the city unless you perform essential activities. Travel to or from vacation home outside the city. Everybody's like, fuck it, I'm going to my vacation home.
Yeah, you're right.
Visit loved ones. Visit loved ones in the hospital, nursing home, skilled nursing facility, or other residential care facility. Young people are getting sick, Long Beach Mayor Robert Garcetti said. The mayor of Pasadena also said, if we're going to flatten this or even just keep up, the steps are necessary.
Ugh. I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just, for whatever reason, I can't care, Bonnie Blue. I can't care.
I don't like people telling me what to do.
Yo,
so
straight.
This is
That's what it is.
Huge problem.
That's what it is. And all those things, they're just like lessening the phone calls they're going to get because there's a lot of people who live their entire lives based on what people tell them they can do. And they're going to be like, well, can we go for a walk? We can't go. No one's told us we can go for a walk. You know what I mean? And they're going to be making the call like, hey.
I know. That's the worst part about reading that right now. Like, they really have to spell this out. But yes,
but
I
it's
forget
necessary.
The general population.
They just, people are comfortable, and that's fine. It is I
what
know
it
I sound
is.
like I'm shitting on people. I'm just
I know,
not.
I don't want to
that.
sound like that.
Yeah,
either.
because I'm big. Just like I'm big on people not telling me what to do. I don't really want to tell people how to be. Just know that's how you are. I know exactly how the fuck I am. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Just be self-aware.
Exactly.
That's fine. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know. There's no way I'm staying in my house. There's no way.
No.
I mean, some of us been breaking the law our whole lives in some capacity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so like,
I mean,
why is
I don't
want to
incriminate myself.
No, I'm
but
saying
like
some of
you
us, not
telling me what to do.
Yeah, we'll see how that works
doesn't
out.
matter.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a mayor?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
Just kidding. Can we edit that out? God damn it. They're like, this one right here. We're coming to get her right now.
Yeah.
She was already fucking violating
everything.
Quarantine situations.
I threw you a bone too. You just on the air saying you on doing drugs and shit in the UK. I'm like, you mean like Advil, right? Advil?
I know. I wish, like, that's the crazy part is that, like, I did the craziest amount of drugs in another place that wasn't London, and I wish I could talk about it, but I totally can't. But I will tell you a story about how my phone died in Seoul, South Korea, and I got fucking lost on the way to a show.
Okay. I kind of want to hear the drug story, but let's talk about the dead phone, please.
So Megan Aoki and I, so Seoul. I'll talk about Seoul because it was a really amazing experience.
Yeah.
So Seoul, the first day that we got in, we had 2 shows in Seoul. The first day that we got in, we had a show at a venue called Pet Sounds, and shout out to Pet Sounds and Eddie, I believe is his name, because he hooked us up.
Is that a venue? Pet Sounds?
Pet Sounds is the venue.
That's dope.
It's very dope. It's primarily a rock and like pop kind of, or like a folk rock.
Okay.
You know, that type of music venue. But they let my ass go in there and rap.
Right.
But
this is where? I'm sorry, just so I'm clear. This is where?
Seoul, South
okay.
Korea.
Okay.
Yeah. So the first one is Pet Sounds, and we have to go there like right when we get in.
Yeah.
We're tired as fuck from Tokyo, whatever, but we make it there. Again, it's like 3 flights of stairs up that we carry all our luggage up. It's funny because this is like one of the things that happens on tour, right? It's like the venue's packed when we get in there, and there's a band on, a local band on, and there's like all these girls that are like, and the band, of course, is super cute, totally rocked it, whatever. But we're like getting our shit together, and again, that's funny because it's another one where I was like, I'll get ready at the venue.
Right.
So like we get there, we set our shit. Set our shit to the side, and then I'm getting ready in the bathroom. Megan's doing sound check. So when we get there, the venue's packed out. I go in the bathroom to get ready, and then I come out, and there's like 10 people still sitting there. It's not that big of a place in general, but when we first get there, there's like 35, 40 people watching the band.
Right.
I go into the bathroom to get ready. I come out, there's like 10 people.
Gone.
And it's like they're all lined up to like meet this boy band that just rocked.
Okay.
And it ends up it's one of the guys' birthdays. So it's like this whole special situation. They have a birthday cake, and there's like, so it was all of that. But I got ready. She did sound check while I was getting ready. We rocked it. Halfway through my set, there's like a group of people that come in, and it's like a mix of people. Like there's what appears to be a dude from an Indian dude, but he's Hispanic, which is funny, but like just a mix. And then there's like a white dude and a couple Asian girls, and it's just like a random mix of people, but they come in like halfway through my set, and they're just like hella rocking with me. Like I did the Bonnie Blue track, which I kind of like resurrected on the tour because I was like, fuck it. I stopped performing that, but then I was like,
I never heard it.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
exactly. I'm just like, fuck it.
That's tight.
So they came in, they were just like hella rocking with me. And then after the show ended, we ended up just like chilling with them, connecting with them. They had come from a memorial of their homie that just recently passed away and was super into hip hop and like he would always like freestyle and shit, and everybody would make fun of him because he wasn't good, but he just loved hip hop and he loved to freestyle. And they had just done like a memorial, and he was a graph writer. So they had just done a memorial piece and like vigil and whatever for him. And afterwards they were like, fuck it, let's go to Pet Sounds because it's like a local spot. But Pet Sounds never has hip hop. So they were just like they were like, it's a fuck for them to walk in and see someone rapping.
Right.
To them, it was like a thing because they were like, oh my God, if the homie was here, he'd love this. And like, so to them, it was like a whole experience, which was like amazing to me because I'm just like, for sure, it's like I have no idea that I'm affecting people in that way. But just to have that experience with people and meet them, and they were super chill. It was like, fuck yeah. Like I made their night. At the end of the night, I know that they came from a memorial, and I had, it's like I just came from Switzerland where I learned that my friend had passed away, and it was just like this whole thing. But we ended up chilling with them all night. The one dude that I thought was Indian, we all thought was Indian, he's Hispanic from fucking Hawaii, and like lived in Arkansas here and ended up in Seoul, and is a really dope DJ, and he plays fucking saxophone, or he plays some
one of the horns.
Super dope human being. And then we also met an artist. Their other homie was an artist is an artist from New York, and then the other two, they, it's like everybody was from America, but they all ended up in Seoul for different reasons, and they all ended up at Pet Sounds that night for different reasons. So we ended up like chilling with them, meeting with them. They took us to this spot called the Living Room, which was is like a super dope little after hour spot. Took us to the spot. They were playing like hella old school hip hop. It was like the most beautiful thing for me. I was hella tired, but by that time I had like caught a second wind after we rocked the show, and I was like, fuck yeah, like we're in this spot playing hip hop, we're in a fucking another country, all these people are dope. They helped, and it was funny because it's like I said, we had been lugging our bags everywhere, and that night they helped us with, there was like a couple dudes that like helped us with our bags.
That's
we were like,
imagine that. Yeah, that's tight. Yeah, that's
like
dope.
please. And then we get to our Airbnb, and the homie's like, this is my friend's spot, and we're like, that's fucking random. Like cool. It was just something random where he was like, this is literally my friend's spot. How random. So we drop off our bags at our Airbnb, and then we go to the homie spot. And he has this like amazing space. He's a DJ and everything. So he has like this whole setup. And I had this idea the whole time to do like a live performance video over there. But we hadn't like connected with the right person. And then this dude, it was like his living room was like a whole studio. It's just a whole vibe. And I was like, I want to do a live performance here. So we did it the next night. We didn't have anything scheduled for the next day, so we were like, fuck it, let's do a live performance video from your living room. Like we did a music video the day before, so we invited the people that shot the music video and the people that we connected with there. Did a live it was like a super intimate thing, but it was so dope. It was so amazing. The view from the spot was amazing. Like everything was super dope. And it was just so random that we met these people because they were so chill, you know, from America. They were in Seoul, and we just connected with them on this different level of, you know, of them just like walking in this spot. But we connected with them that way, and then did the live performance, and then partied afterwards. And then the following day after the live performance, I had to meet up with Megan at the show because she ended up leaving from the spot. We had to meet at the show. She got to the venue early to do sound check like she normally does because she's a good artist, and I fucking suck at that. She's a professional, and I am totally not. In every other area of my professional life, I'm a professional, but as an artist, I am not. I do not like. I
feel that.
Nah, it doesn't work like that with me for some reason. Sadly.
Hey, he's working out all right. Out here touring the world. It's all right.
But so I had to meet her at the venue, and my phone, mind you, the whole time on tour, my phone was fucking up. Like my battery would literally go from like 40% to 0% and die suddenly, and like I was having problems with my phone the whole tour, but
time for that to start.
Crazy. Because it wasn't happening before, but then on tour it was like, oh, your phone's just gonna die. It's just like fuck. But I had an
every place you've never been.
So we did get an extra battery pack. Well, I bought a battery pack before I left. I forgot it before we flew to New York. The homie James in New York hooked me up with another battery pack. So I had a battery pack, but this whole night was crazy. We partied all night long, and I didn't charge. Usually we would charge it during the night. I didn't fucking charge it. So I didn't have my battery pack. I take a fucking taxi to the venue, okay, before I leave the place, I should say, the dude that we had the performance at, he drew me a map. Like the taxi is I'll give him this credit because I didn't fucking go this route. He drew me a map of like, the taxi's gonna drop you here, but you're gonna fucking walk 3 steps this way, and then there's gonna be a 7-Eleven. You're gonna go right, and then you're gonna go left, and all this shit. Because apparently in Korea, they've changed address systems like 3 times in the last 5 years.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, why would you?
Yeah, why would I?
Like, exactly.
That's a good question.
I didn't fucking know that either until I was there, and everybody was asking me like, what is this address? Oh, that address doesn't fucking matter. Because we changed our addresses. So it was just like a whole clusterfuck. But I took a fucking, he drew me a map. I didn't fucking pay attention to it. I was so fucked up, like hungover and like coming down off of things, you know, Advil.
Jinx, just kidding. Go ahead.
Exactly.
Proceed.
So the cab pulls up, and he stops, and I literally just get out of the car without thinking and like without looking like, am I where I'm supposed to be? I just get out of the car. Oh, shit. And I don't we didn't get phone service for tour. Like we literally just used Wi-Fi when we had Wi-Fi and figured out all our routes, and then we would be out without phone service
Until the next Wi-Fi stopped.
and then the Wi,
Yep,
you know,
I
like we
understand.
always
Yep.
had that shit on lock, but this time I didn't fucking do that, and the cab driver fucking dropped me off in the middle of these neighborhoods that I've never seen before, in the middle of fucking South Korea, and I'm just like, oh fuck, I don't know where the venue is, but I know I know I'm in the area,
Yeah.
so there's a part of me that's like, I will find it. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
there's
yeah,
like
yeah.
this
It's
naive
somewhere.
part of
Yeah,
me that's
for
like,
sure.
I'm totally in control of this situation, even though my phone is about to die and I'm in a completely different country that I've never been to before.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I didn't know my phone was gonna die though. My phone was at like 30%, but I didn't have my battery pack.
But it was
my phone was at
dropping.
30%.
Yeah,
I was messaging her. The last message that she got from me, she was already there. She was already like doing sound check and about to start her set. The last message that got sent to her was, I'm in the area, but I think I'm lost. And she's like a mother. So of course she's like
concerned.
fucking freaking out.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
we're in Seoul, South
Right.
Korea, and I don't have any way of contacting her. I don't have my phone charger on me. I don't have the battery pack. Like I have no fucking clue. But I know I'm close. Like for me, I was like, I know I'm close. So I go into, but I'm like hella hungover too. So I'm just like all fucked up. Like
worst.
I probably look like a zombie, like walking down the streets like, fuck, where the fuck, what the fuck. I go into 7-Eleven to buy like a tea, and I ask the girl there, I'm like, do you know where Club FF is? Because Club FF is the place that we perform. Club FF is one of, like, everybody had told us, like, it's one of the main spots that bands go to.
Okay.
Like bands from all over the world, they go to. People know it. It's like one of the main venues.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I was like, okay, cool. I'll just ask this fucking chick
People will
from
be aware.
7-Eleven where Club FF is. If it's
Yeah.
right around the corner, she'll be like, and even if she doesn't speak English, she's gonna know what Club FF is.
Sure.
But that wasn't the case at all, because she was like, she responded to me in Korean, said, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. She was like, no. So
You're like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yeah.
So I go out of the 7-Eleven, I'm like walking, and I'm just like waiting to see someone, because there was a lot of Americans in Tokyo and Seoul.
Okay.
So I was just like walking around the blocks. I definitely went in a couple circles, because Korea was weird, because there's so many different little neighborhoods and like
Yeah, I've
little
heard that,
cuts
actually.
that you could go in. So I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna try to stick to this circle and like see if I fucking end up there. And I was like waiting. I'm like just waiting to see if maybe someone looks American, so I can ask them like, hey, can I use your phone? Because everybody, I know how to say like hello in Korean, but that's it.
How do you say hello in Korean?
안녕하세요.
Oh, I've heard
And
that.
thank
Okay,
you.
cool. How do you-
감사합니다.
Oh, okay.
So like,
Nice.
yeah, those are the only things though. So it's like, I can't ask you where the fuck I'm going if those are the only
yeah,
two
but
things
you'll
I
be
know how
really
to say.
polite. Hello and thank you. Yeah,
Hello and thank you. I
Yeah.
don't know what the fuck I'm doing here.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was just like waiting to see if there was an American that walked by me to like ask to use their phone or something.
Right.
By this point, my phone had died. My phone just randomly died out of nowhere, and I was just like, fuck. And it turned, like, my phone died, and then it would turn back on, and right as I like opened the maps, it would die again. So I was just like, okay, fuck. And I knew, like, at this point, I knew that Megan had to be freaking out. So I was like,
Freaking out about that.
I think that was the main part of me was freaking out, because I was like, fuck, I know she's probably worried.
Mhm.
But I was like so fucking determined in my mind that it was like, I know I'm close. Like, I know that I have to be like a block away, but I've already walked this block and I didn't find it. So I don't know what the fuck's going on. But like, I definitely like sat with myself for a moment. At a certain point, after walking around and like going a couple of circles, I was just like, okay, fucking sit here. I stood there. I tried to get my phone to turn back on. It wouldn't turn back on. And I literally just meditated on the fact that like, you're going to find it. Like,
Yeah.
you're gonna
What
you're gonna
choice do you
find it.
have?
You're gonna find it. You know?
What, are you
You're
gonna live
fucking
here
find it.
forever? Like,
Exactly. Like,
yeah,
what are you
yeah.
gonna do?
Yeah.
I was ready to like take a nap on the street in Seoul.
I've been there. I've
I
totally
was so
been there.
ready to be
Yes.
like, all right, well, fuck it. Like, I got lost, and I
I'll
just
still be lost
really
in
need a
30
nap.
minutes. Yeah, for
But
sure.
I fucking just sat there for a minute. I was like, I can find it.
Yeah.
You know, and like me, I feel like we have that fucking weird ass connection where it's like, she was looking for me. I was trying to find her.
Yeah.
And it was like, we made that connection. I fucking literally walked in some random ass direction, not even knowing, you know, it was like, I didn't know where I was going, but it was like, I knew I needed to go in that direction.
Yeah.
Which was the opposite direction of what I was walking in previously.
Okay,
I walk in that direction.
That's a good indication, yes.
I fucking turn the corner and there it is, a big ass sign that says Club
shit.
FF. And I'm just
And
like,
how relieved are you? You're just like,
oh
and
my
now you
God.
gotta rap. And now you gotta rap.
I gotta rap.
Oh,
So
shit.
literally, as I'm walking closer to it, I can hear Meganoki and I'm like, fuck yes. Okay, this is it. This is the one. You know, who knows how many Club FFs there might be,
Right.
but this is the one as I get closer and I hear her music, but I hear her doing her last song.
Oh,
so I'm like,
shit.
fuck, I know. I literally have to like walk in and rap.
Have
So
you changed at this point?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
See? Good
I'm
question.
definitely still like pajama mode thinking I'm gonna get ready at the venue, and that did not happen because I walk in and the fucking sigh of relief that she had mid-performance, which all respect to her because it's like she kept it rocking, but she was just like you know, it was like the biggest fucking sigh of relief for both of us. It was just like, I found you, bitch. I found you.
Yeah.
You found me. I found you.
Yeah.
And then immediately she was like, all right, that's my last song. Like right after I walk in the door, she's like, all right, that's my last song. We got Body Glue coming up next.
She was just gonna rap till she saw you. That's tight.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I fucking rocked that shit to like, it's kind of a big ass venue. Like I said, like a lot of bands go through there. There wasn't that many people there, but the sound was incredible. I fucking rocked
such
the
a big
fuck
part
out
of it.
that
Yeah,
shit.
that's so dope.
I rocked that. I felt so fucking proud that I like sat with myself and like made that shit happen and found the shit that I was like, I found it right on time. I walked in, felt like a boss, fucking rocked that set, and then it was like, all right, we're done. Let's
like,
fucking
I'm a
go.
Motherfucking world traveler and a rapper.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then we went after it's funny because we were both fucking fucked up at the like the night before. We had so much fun that day was just fucked up. But after we finished the show, we went back to Pet Sounds.
Okay.
Because they have the best pizza. So we went to Pet Sounds. We were like, fuck it, let's go get some pizza and thank Eddie, the owner of Pet Sounds, because he hooked up the show at Club FF too. So we were like, fuck it, let's go there. But it was funny because I was like literally laying on the table, like ordering the pizza, and they're like, are you okay? You know, we were just there 2 nights before, like rocking it and hanging out with them and stuff. And I'm just like all laid all on the table, and the girl, she's like, are you okay? Oh, you hungover? I was like,
oh, you hungover?
A little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah. That's
but
so
the
funny.
pizza was good, so we went back.
Hell yeah, he did. Pizza in Korea.
Pizza in Korea. Exactly. And then that's funny because the pizza was really good in Korea. And we shot a music video in Korea with these with the homies Bin and Jin.
Yeah.
I wish I fucking knew their company name, but I don't right now because again, you know. But shout out to them. They shot the music. I think it's CVV Studios or something.
Okay.
But they do a lot of amazing work. I'll share the link if you.
I was gonna say, are these videos online now?
The Seoul one is not yet.
Okay.
But it will be for sure.
What about this live
soon.
performance in the dude's living room?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Cool.
I did.
Curious.
So I did go live on Instagram while we were doing it.
Okay.
But we have a live performance video that I'll be releasing.
Yeah.
But the song isn't released yet. So it will be though.
Word.
In Seoul though, we shot a music video with these dudes, and it's funny because they came to LA in January for Nam. One of them is a percussionist, so they came out here, and I actually shot a couple music videos with them while they were in LA.
Tight.
And they like randomly they're at their Airbnb. I went to go chill with them one night, and they ordered pizza from Domino's, and like the one thing they said about American pizza, they were like, oh, there's so many toppings, like they just fucking pile it on, like and they said they're like in Korea, like they put the perfect amount of toppings for each bite.
Yeah.
And like it's funny because when they were saying that, I was feeling like I didn't necessarily know what they were talking about. You know, like I understood what they were saying, but I was like, oh, I don't know. But then I thought about it and I'm like, you're right, because Pet Sounds has the best pizza.
Okay.
Because they literally put like the perfect amount of toppings on each bite. The crust was perfect.
Okay.
Like they were right. Like at first when they were talking about it, I was like, yeah, like whatever, you know. But then I thought about it. I'm like, oh wait, I have had Korean pizza.
Yeah.
The crust is perfect. Like somehow the Koreans have mastered pizza. I don't know what else to say.
Somehow. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Korean pizza. I gotta go. I mean,
you would never.
Yeah, never, ever.
We also went to a traditional Korean barbecue spot, and I had hella vegetarian dishes, which I've never had before at a Korean barbecue spot. So that was really amazing.
Are you vegetarian?
For the most part, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like I'll eat whatever the fuck I want at any point in time.
Yeah.
Just like in life, I'll do whatever the fuck.
Sure, yeah.
I'll do whatever the fuck I
Likewise.
want. But like when I travel too, it's like I'll eat some things sometimes just because it's like fuck it.
Yeah,
but
we're here.
I'll never I've been to like hella expensive steakhouses with people, and it's like I'll try a piece of the fucking $200 steak just to like
I respect that.
you know what I mean? It's like okay,
yeah.
I fucking tried a $200 steak, but I don't like steak, so it's not something that I'm like, yeah, give me the whole steak. Like no.
Okay.
But yeah, for the most part, I'm vegetarian. I grew up vegetarian for the most part.
I did too, actually. Yeah. Okay.
I ate meat kind of regularly in my late teens and early 20s.
Yeah.
And then I went on like a full raw diet when I was like 22. And then I like went into being a pescatarian for years until maybe like probably a couple years ago now. I've been eating less and less fish, but like I love sushi, you know, like fish is my shit. Like I actually like fish and sushi and stuff, but it's not like an everyday thing. You know, it's like I like sushi, but like give it to me, you know, once or twice a month or once a, you know, it's like it's not something I crave.
Even people who eat meat. I mean, I eat meat, and I wouldn't want sushi every day. It's almost like I would only once a week at most, just because I enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it would almost not be as good if you had it every day.
But I'm like it's weird because it's like I'm a vegetarian, but I'm one of those vegetarians that like eats hella junk food too. Like you know, it's like I love eating healthy. Like I fucking love salads. I love every vegetable. I love every fruit. So like I will eat that shit all day, every day. But I also fucking love cookies and chips and shit like that.
Chips,
so
man. Chips are the goddamn
chips,
devil.
Oh my God.
They're
The devil
best.
does not exist or isn't real. What do you say?
We haven't gotten that far yet, Bonnie.
Okay.
Don't be jumping the gun like that.
Like you go in there. I gotta remind you.
Yeah.
But chips are the devil.
You're right. Yeah.
I'll agree with you. I'll agree with you on
chips
that.
Are the
I love chips.
Chips are the best. You said you love every vegetable. Don't say what it is, but there has to be one thing that you don't like. Do you have it in your head?
Like vegetable wise?
Yes.
No.
Fruit?
No.
Really? I thought we were gonna have a cool little moment. I was gonna say,
sorry.
we both. No, don't be sorry. I was gonna say we both have to say what that one thing is at the same time. I was gonna give us a countdown and then see if it was the same thing. But since it doesn't exist, that I won't have that. I'll just be okay with that not happening.
I've never had a vegetable. The only one thing that I can think of is like not cooked well asparagus.
Oh, see, and I like raw asparagus.
Yeah, no.
Well,
I don't even think I've ever had raw asparagus.
Okay.
I love asparagus.
Same.
But like if it's not cooked well, it just like it sucks. But like I'll still eat it.
Sure.
But like I can't think of a vegetable that I don't like.
Mine is celery. That's the only thing.
Literally, I love celery.
You love celery. Okay.
Only with peanut butter and raisins, though.
See,
this I got
is what
some, like,
everyone
ants on the
says.
log.
This is what ants on the log.
I would not, but like celery.
Yeah.
Celery by itself, no. But I will say,
this is my argument every time. Motherfuckers always say that. Sorry to call you a motherfucker. Just everyone's a motherfucker.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Yes.
Motherfuckers always say that. Like, I like celery. Well, really, I only like it with peanut butter. I'm like, no, you like peanut butter, and the celery is just there.
But I
like peanut butter too, goddammit.
I like peanut butter.
Sure. But would you my question is, would you eat celery by itself?
It is kind of an accessory to the peanut butter.
Sure.
You're right. And the raisins. Because I really love the peanut butter and raisins.
Yeah.
Or craisins.
Craisins, what is that?
It's like cranberry raisins.
Oh shit. Is that what they call them? That sounds good. Yeah, just dried up cranberries. Yeah.
Or even dried blueberries.
What do you call those? Braisins?
I don't call them anything.
Oh.
But I put them on ants on a log.
Okay, that was funny. I was like, okay, you want whiskey? What do you mix with your whiskey? You're like, it's like that's what I mix with
Absolutely
it. Cool.
nothing.
Yeah, my saliva. Yeah.
My saliva. Yeah. I mean, celery on its own.
She was
no,
trash. Nah,
but
she
that
was
doesn't
trash.
mean that I don't like it.
I don't know.
I will say this. One of the bombest foods that I had while we were on tour was in Tokyo, and it was literally an avocado, tomato, and celery salad. Which I've never had, like the whatever, and then whatever the fuck dressing they put on it, which was amazing, but I don't know what the fuck it was, but it was so good. And I've never really eaten celery like that in a salad.
Yeah.
Like it was like string, I don't know, it was fucking weird, but it was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was a piece of art for sure.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
I'll eat celery, but I just hate it every time. You know what I mean? It just sucks.
I like it with the peanut butter.
Sure.
So yeah, you probably have a point there. Maybe celery is
I've spent my whole life this way. I've developed this point.
I can't think of a vegetable or fruit though that I don't like.
That's literally the only thing I don't like. Fucking run everything else. Eggplant, cool. Whatever. Yeah.
Squash.
Squash. Oh, all day.
I
squash.
love that shit.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Raw, sauteed, whatever.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Cucumber.
Oh yes. Absolutely. I said I was raised vegetarian, but really I was raised pescatarian, but most people don't know what pescatarian was or is. And then I heard you say pescatarian. So yes, I was raised pescatarian. Yeah.
I don't know. Like my mom ate fucking fish fillets from McDonald's.
Yes,
once in a
mine
while.
did too. Okay, so this is funny. Yeah, so your mom is a pescatarian or
She's
vegetarian.
Well, now she's vegan, but like growing up, I would say she was pescatarian, but like she wouldn't really eat fish. She literally only ate McDonald's fish fillets.
I'm not even bullshitting. This is literally, you're describing my mom right now. The only time she would eat fish is
from
either
Oklahoma
fish
or
sticks.
Texas?
No, she's from Hawaii. but that's a good question. I see why you asked that. She would all vegetables, but she would eat fish sticks, like the frozen. You're laughing like you relate.
That's so great. Yes.
Just fish sticks and fish fillet
Which
from
is
McDonald's.
not like what I would. That's not a pescatarian, but that is. I mean, okay.
Yeah. No, I get
Tomato.
Yeah. No, I totally get it.
But like, to me, it's like if you, I don't know, I don't give a fuck about labels in general.
Yeah,
so
same.
like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if you choose to have the label of pescatarian and you're so particular about what the fuck you're eating in the first place, like to me, pescatarian wouldn't mean you're eating fucking fried fish sticks and fish fillet from McDonald's, right? Like,
right.
That's probably not what it's meant for.
Yeah, no, totally.
Like,
totally.
But like we use it. Exactly. Like I would say, well, I don't even say I'm a vegetarian, but like some other people would call me that. And I'm like, well, I eat hot Cheetos and fucking grandma's fucking vanilla cookies all day.
Yo, those are the best. I like the vanilla ones and I like the yellow ones.
Oh, yeah.
The lemon ones. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Those are underrated.
Quarantine
like
snacks.
Fucking A.
I couldn't find it. I actually almost brought them. I would have brought them if I could find them, but I
You
couldn't
did
find
bring
them.
hella snacks, didn't you?
I did.
You
They're
came here
over there.
with a grocery bag.
I know. Quarantine snacks.
Yeah,
I did come here with
just in case martial law is implemented while we're here. It's just gonna be
literally
me and you.
while we're here.
We're just gonna be
It's
sharing
going
these snacks.
on.
Eventually, we
It's
got to eat
going
this
on.
dog. You know what I mean?
Oh my
I've only known
God.
him a week, so.
Aw, Ice Cube.
Nah.
I would let a dog eat me before I would eat a dog.
Would you?
I think so.
I can't say I agree, but I respect it. I respect it. I love dogs, but not as. Yeah, see, that conflicts with everything we just talked about, though. So I'm just like, I would totally die in a minute. That's totally fine. But I would kill this dog and eat him to preserve my life. That doesn't make any sense. All right, goddammit. How long we've been doing it? 1 hour and 37 minutes.
Damn. Okay.
It's been a long time.
What else should we talk about?
Shit.
We need to wrap this up.
Let me, I'm going to do a little rapid fire. This is tight. I've literally never drank on this podcast. This is
Amazing.
fucking amazing.
I'm so glad I'm
going
the
to
first.
cheers you again.
Cheers.
Yes, cheers.
Rapid fire,
Yes, ma'am.
motherfucker.
All right.
We're officially on lockdown.
We are, huh? Well, I don't live in LA County.
Oh, shit. All right. I'm
So,
coming to stay with
I'm
you.
a free man. I'm
technically I rent a room, so I'm technically not on a lease, so I don't fucking live anywhere. I could live at any
you
point
belong
in time.
nowhere. That's awesome. Yeah, no, that's tight.
I really do.
You're vagabond bon.
I am.
That's how long I've known you for, goddammit. That's how long I've known you for, goddammit.
Old school shit.
Yeah.
I fucked that up. I should have kept that going because it was literally my own hashtag and I had hella dope pictures on it.
Yeah.
I fucking.
Has anyone taken it over? Like, if you go to that, no.
No, like people have tagged it though.
Oh, okay.
With like random different shit, but nobody's like officially taken it.
Yeah. I remember the first time I ever became aware of you was through Cypher Effect. This was years ago.
Yes.
And
of course.
Yeah. And
which one?
I want to say it was the first one. I knew
the Music and Strength one.
That's the one.
Okay, that was the first one that I did.
I knew what was the black dude's name? Black Heat? Yeah. From
my bar's so nuts like a payday. Operation Ivy, so I got him saying Mayday.
I told you I knew this shit.
That's so funny because I fucking literally cringe when I watch that shit, but I know like it's so hard.
Yeah.
So,
yo,
like,
that's what.
It's so real, but it's like.
That's what turned me on to you.
My bar's so nuts like a payday.
I love that you could laugh at that. I love it. Yo, I love it. That's so fucking tight. Yeah.
Who the fuck do I think I am? Like,
yo,
I literally watched that video and I'm like, who the fuck do you think you are, bitch?
You've come a long way, but you were dope back then too. And I just remembered like you were like maybe 3 or 4.
Punk rock kid with a hip hop twist. You know what? I swear.
Rock. Yeah, what?
Punk rock kid with a hip hop twist. Fuck, I don't even know. But I hear that more than anything. No,
you said punk rock reference coming from an 80s baby. And something, and we on that conscious tip. So fuck whatever they say. I know all your bars, Bonnie Blue.
God.
Come on, son.
Oh
Come on,
my
son.
God. Okay.
I know all your
Spit
bars.
the whole shit. Okay.
No.
I said, okay, let me see if I can even remember this right now. Bars so nuts like a payday. Operation Ivy, so I got him saying Mayday. Punk rock reference coming from an 80s baby. Because we be on that conscious tip. So fuck whatever they say. Fuck.
That's where I forget too. I don't remember.
Something we got it on lock. I know I said I'm chilling in the Oval Room of underground hip hop. Oh yes. My God.
That's exactly it.
I had hella bars, but like, I mean, it's crazy because it's like I watch that shit and I cringe, but I know it's like it's so dope because that was so real to me. Like
that person in that video was having the time of her life. I totally understand that.
It's funny. It's funny to watch back because I really do. It's like I love myself, so I appreciate what I've done in my life, and like I said, I've had a great life. I love everything that I've done, but it's funny because it's like I cringe too because I'm like, you literally started your verse with my bars so nuts like a payday. But like
that's not the worst line.
Like
it does make sense.
That is bars.
Yeah, those are bars. Those there are bars. Yeah. No, I just remember being like, yo, who's this? Yeah.
Yes. Operation Ivy. Yeah. Punk rock kid with a hip hop twist.
I had no idea who you were. I just like saw that and I was like, yo, who the fuck is this? And then later on, I think our friend Blake, Rising Suns Independent.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know we did a couple shows together.
Yeah. I remember seeing that.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, for real. I want to get
honestly,
Blake on here too.
I fucking loved their events. Like I always loved working with them and I love their events. Like,
straight up.
RSI. They always had the best events.
Yeah.
I love, like I really, really just fuck with art and I love like connecting people and, you know, like even more so than being an artist myself, like I don't really fucking care that much about like getting attention about what I do and like releasing music, obviously, because I haven't done it in so long. But like, I just love doing what I do. And I love like being involved with people that do dope shit and put on great events and connecting people. And RSI has always been one of those things, you know, like, and I'm super grateful that they always from the jump fucked with me.
They always included people. Yeah, absolutely, man. Blake's a motherfucking professional. That dude's so good at what he does. Yeah. And he's from Hawaii and shit. quick Blake story. I was at a POS concert. You know what POS is? Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Long time ago. I was in the front row of a POS concert with my wife, or my lady at the time, who's now my wife. And there was this dude getting
Shout out
like
to your wife,
super,
by the way.
Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah. Shit. Have we already crossed this
Yes.
bridge? Yeah. You met my
Yes.
wife. Yeah. You brought her a shirt. You brought a shirt for me,
I brought her a
my
shirt.
wife, and my son.
And I'm going to steal
And
her
you're
from you
bad.
at some
Are you?
point. But,
Well,
you know.
I mean, let me know because I'll make plans. How about today?
I'm ready to release.
You're grabbing your glass like you want some more.
We're going to do a rapid fire.
Yes,
I might
we
as
are
well
gonna
have
do rapid
one
fire.
more
Okay.
refill.
Now,
And you've never drank on your podcast?
I
It's
have not.
amazing.
say when.
You're a drinker and
Say
you've never
I
drank
am.
on your... I feel honored.
Okay, say when.
Okay. When?
Yes.
This is awesome.
This is. Are you having fun?
Yes.
This
of
is cool,
course.
right?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Thank you so much for
Oh,
having me.
are you kidding me? Thank you. It's funny because all these little things I've started throughout my little history of starting things, I have like my go-tos, and there's like 3 people I always go to. And I used to do a blog 7 questions. You remember that?
Yes,
Long time
of
ago.
course.
My first 2 people, this is completely coincidental. My first 2 people were Sean, Thesis from formerly Cloudmakers, and Bonnie Blue. And now you just saw Thesis in here.
Yeah,
right?
that was
Yeah.
crazy.
It always kind of overlaps. Yeah.
That's funny. No, I've always loved your writing style too.
Oh, thank
Like
you.
I always loved your. I remember you wrote like a story about you taking a bus up to the bay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. That's true.
You and Bacchus, like, you always kind of like reminded me of each other because you had that writing style of just like, it was just super dope, like Hunter S. Thompson almost.
Oh
where
shit!
you just like,
Don't go flattering me now.
I
Jesus.
know, whoa, but
Yeah.
it is like I love that because it's like it's funny because it's not funny, it's actually fucked up, but it's like I grew up as a writer.
Yeah.
I feel like my whole life I've been a writer.
Mhm.
And like I've experienced life, I've experienced so many things, and I would love to be able to write about them and share them with people, but I always like have some sort of, not always, but like for the most part, I have hesitance about like sharing shit about what I really experienced. You know what I mean? Like
absolutely
you just know
understand.
that it's
Yes.
like, do I really want to like tell people what the fuck really happened with this? I do, because it's like, this is what really happened. I want to fucking like share this shit with everybody, but it's like I always have that like, there's a part of me that's like, fuck, if I share this, I'm gonna have to deal with people asking me like, did you really do this? And like, blah, blah, blah. Because it's like people know me in different ways.
Sure.
Like I've done a lot of different things in my life, and people know me for being like this fucking, hella professional white woman in the corporate world.
Yeah.
And which is crazy because it's like I'm on this podcast talking about my rap life, but
Right.
it's like I have to deal with that where it's like people don't know all of the sides of me.
Yeah.
People see like
Yeah.
these different facets, so it's like fuck.
It takes a certain kind of person
to not give a fuck, and I should be more.
Well, to not give a fuck for sure, but it takes a certain kind of person to be able to even be able to kind of live. I'm hearing, hold on, to even be able to live multiple lives. Do you know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah,
absolutely. I know that.
Some might call them psychopaths.
Psycho.
But I'm speaking for
damn it.
myself
You had
too.
to go there.
No. I'm speaking for
All
myself.
right, we talked about depression. Let's talk about being psycho.
Yeah, psychopath.
We have already
all
crossed.
the paths. Yeah,
We have crossed our path.
Yeah. Yes.
We have crossed our time limit for today. We'll talk about psychopaths
Yes.
another day.
Cheers. When you come back.
Give me the
When you
rapid
come back.
fire.
Okay, let's do the rapid fire. All right, let's go.
I'm definitely a psychopath, though, if anyone's
same.
wondering.
No, kidding me? Absolutely. Pools or jacuzzis?
Ooh. I mean, both. I like going back and forth.
But if you could only do one for the rest of your life, or
Pool.
just for tonight?
Pool.
Pool. Okay, cool.
I'm a swimmer. So
You're
I
a
like
swimmer.
to swim. Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
a mermaid.
You're a mermaid.
I'm a mermaid.
Okay.
Bitch.
Indica or sativa?
For the most part, indica. It's funny because it's like there's definitely been some sativas that I've loved, but I never know what the fuck they are, so I can never get them again. But like I've definitely smoked some sativas that I'm like, I love this shit. Give me more of it, but I don't know what the fuck. But usually I'll smoke indica because I'm not a day smoker. I don't smoke during work. Okay. So I usually smoke at night. Yeah, it helps me sleep. You're right. You know, it's like it is more of a medicinal thing unless I'm just like, you know, on fucking vacation or party mode, then I'll smoke whatever the fuck's in front of me. But for the most part, I would say indica.
You tend to like uppers of gathering that? Because I do.
Uppers in...
I mean, I'll talk about it, but I don't want to...
In what? I don't know. What kind of
Are you
uppers?
cool with just like talking about it?
Yes, of course.
Okay, do you like cocaine?
Sometimes, but I'm not like a big... I'm not a big cocaine person. Okay. Like, I definitely do it. Yeah. But it's like special occasion shit. Sure. Like when I'm in another country on tour.
Right. So like all the shit we just talked about heavily
put in the fucking puzzle pieces. No, but like I mean, I'm really not big on cocaine. Like
I got you.
It's funny because it's like I like it when I choose to do it, and I will definitely do a lot of it. But like
yeah, no, I understand.
This is so incriminating. Oh my god.
We don't have to put this
Oh
out.
my god. Yeah. But like I definitely don't do coke every day, and I definitely don't ever do it for more than one day. You know, it's like one night every 6 months where I just fucking have the time of my life and we're going all for it.
I got you.
But that's it, yeah.
Sure.
I would rather do some like shrooms or
so you're into more the heady stuff like psychedelics, more or less. Okay, that's all the shit I run from. Yeah, for whatever. Yeah, I'm big into cocaine.
Interesting.
Yeah, like not right now, but you know.
Yeah, if you had some, we would just do it on your podcast.
I mean, you're just assuming I don't have some.
Do you have some?
No, I don't.
Okay. Just making sure, because we would do it on your... I would be the person that would make you do it on your podcast for the first time, just like I did whiskey.
Fuck, now I
should have brought some.
Yes, I should have brought some. Knowing my business partners, there's probably something laying around this motherfucker, to be honest. We might go find some. All right, well, rapid fire.
Rapid fire, here we go.
Back to rapid fire. Let's see. Let's see, Del Taco or Taco Bell?
Taco Bell.
Respect. Okay.
I worked at Del Taco.
Oh, okay.
And I but I fucking hate both of them. So fuck both of them. They're totally like a weird weakness. I literally it's funny when I talked about how I went raw when I was like 22, I went on this raw diet and I literally did not eat any fast food for like 4 years. I was like completely against it. Yeah. I was like, no. And I grew up eating Taco Bell because my mom would always be like, yeah, we're going to Taco Bell. Like that was like our fucking Thursday night out. Like,
and fish fillets.
We're going to Taco Bell to get fucking bean burritos.
Yeah.
That was like our thing. But I was totally against fast food forever. But then like the last few years I just fucking was like, I'm gonna go try Taco Bell again. They have those soft ass tortillas, and then they have the vegetarian menu, and you're like, "Fuck, okay, you're reeling me in."
Do they have a vegetarian menu?
They do. See, well, I don't know where you live, but in Alhambra.
Right. Well, I live wherever we ain't shut the fuck down.
Exactly.
I live where I can still go outside.
Damn. I don't even know if I can go home right now. Yeah. Right. I'm coming to your house.
There might be a motherfucker with an M16 in front of your house.
You literally just adopted a child.
Nope, let's do it. Let's do it. Bring cocaine.
I have all the drugs.
What's going on?
Ice Cube is in the building.
Ice Cube is right here. Ice Cube
is
sleeping
then
like
we
a
got some ghosts in the building.
Definitely. All right. This is probably a dumb question considering everything we discussed, but would you rather live for one more year or for the next 500 years? Like you cannot die for 500 years. Or you have a year to just get all your shit in order.
That is weird because of everything we just talked about, but I would like if that was just like a random thing that was presented to me, I would probably do live for 500 years
Mm.
just for the experience. You know, like
I like
if
it.
that
I do
was
understand.
like the proposition that was presented to me, I would probably be like, yeah, I'll live for 500 years
Yeah.
just to have the experience. Like,
Yeah. It's funny because based
like
on
I do want to die, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
let me live for 500.
yeah. That's what's so weird. I totally understand. I follow that completely because depending on who I am, the day you catch me,
Right.
you know what I mean. I'm like, fuck, I gotta wait a whole year. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Like,
Yeah.
let me live for 500 years.
Yeah. Okay.
But like I'm all about experience too, you know, like
Mhm.
I'll, you know, like I said, it's like I'll eat a steak. If I'm at a fucking steakhouse that sells steaks for fucking $300 and the homie that I'm with is buying a $300 steak, I'll take a bite
I'll
of
take
that
a
steak.
piece of that motherfucker. Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like if the option is presented to me to live for 500 years and I know that that's what I'm gonna do,
Right.
then I'll probably take that. But
Dope.
like,
Yeah.
this shit is so fucking whack and unreliable that I'm ready to fucking go.
Unreliable. That's the best way to describe it. It's just I can't rely on anything. Yeah. I totally feel it.
I love that we got whiskey.
Yeah,
just
yo,
have to
I
say
love
that.
that as well. What's one thing that you want to try that you haven't yet?
One thing that I want to try that I haven't tried yet. Fucking hot air ballooning.
Sick. That's okay.
Kind of basic, but
No,
like,
not basic at all. What do you mean? Yeah, there's no wrong answer. That's tight.
yeah.
Motherfuckers
wanna
say
do that.
skydiving. That's just as basic.
I mean, I do want to skydive, but like,
Yeah.
I feel like that's easier.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I don't even know why that's easier. I don't even know why that's easier, but like hot air ballooning is kind of a different
That's
vibe,
probably easier.
guess. I don't
To
know.
be honest, jumping out of a fucking plane versus going up in a basket. Going up in a basket's definitely. Oh wait, you're saying hot air ballooning is easier or skydiving is
Yeah.
easier? Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. I would agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always interesting to see how people answer that. Some people are like, I want to try. The skydiving's been one. You know what I mean? But who was it? Oh, Devmo. Do you know Devmo?
Yeah.
Yeah. She was
Yeah.
like, I want to stage dive.
Mm,
It's just weird to see like where people's brains go.
I've
You know
done
what I
that
mean?
before.
You've stage
It's
dove.
amazing.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would assume so.
Yeah.
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 I would love, I mean, for sure, I would love to. I mean, I've stage dive on like fucking 20 people. Like,
Yeah.
I would love to stage dive on like
fucking-
a fucking 10,000. Yeah.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
sure. Like, but it's weird because it's like, it's like, I don't have those. I don't know. It's weird with music. I don't
Yeah.
have those like hella high ambitions of like, I want to rock this fucking crowd of like 50,000. I don't know. I don't know
You
why.
don't.
I just don't. I do want to, like, for sure, I would love to rock a crowd of 50,000 people.
Sure.
But that's not something that I like work towards.
Hmm.
I don't
Okay.
think about it like that.
If it happens, great. One
Right.
of those things. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
That's such a. I understand.
Which is like weird and fucked up.
To not work toward that. I would say
Maybe.
it's weirder to work toward that. I mean, like, yeah, we all see people. We all look up. I mean, for lack of a better description, we look up to people who rock crowds of 50,000 people. But like the amount of people, like you could count right now the amount of people in your mind that rock big crowds like that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And I mean, even say it's like 10,000 people who get that in their life. We're talking about 7 billion people in the
Right.
grand scheme. Like most likely, most of us will never get that. So it could be argued that like that's kind of a weird thing to aspire to do.
Yeah.
But I would still like to. You know what I mean? I've never been
I'm
accused of being a
definitely
reasonable
not-
person.
I'm not opposed to it, but it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, it's not a priority.
Oh,
Where it's
right.
like, I feel like it's one
Yeah.
of those things that would happen if it's supposed to happen.
Sure.
Like, fuck it.
Mm-hmm. No, I love it. I totally love it. What's the biggest crowd you've rocked?
Probably like 500
500?
Yeah.
Nice. So where was that? Do you remember?
in UC Santa Barbara.
Okay. I've heard good things about shows in Santa Barbara for some reason.
They have a big fucking college crowd for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. 2 more. Wine and cheese or pizza and beer? It's a good question, right?
That's a That's hard because like I'm literally in the middle. Like I don't like either one, but I'll do both depending on the mood.
Okay.
Can I say that?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want. Yeah.
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 Like I don't
Someone
like
said pizza and wine. You know what I mean?
no.
No. You're like, nah.
I don't fuck
Yeah,
with
nah.
that.
Okay.
No. I would rather drink whiskey and eat fucking 7-Eleven snacks.
You word. You're an anomaly. You're your own thing. That's tight. I fuck with that.
Your rapid fire questions don't work for
Yeah,
me.
so far, shit. So far.
My bad. Okay.
No, don't.
What's the next one?
Last one. And everyone hates this one, but it's okay.
Okay, pour me up before you ask.
Oh,
me.
shit. Okay. I'm going to pour you up now while I ask
Pour
because.
me up before you
Okay,
ask
say
me.
when.
What's the question?
When?
When?
Where? Who are your top 5 favorite, not best, top 5 favorite rappers of all time?
Fuck.
Yeah, see, everyone hates this shit. When I say favorite, let me
Okay.
clarify. Most of the time, people, rappers specifically, they feel whatever amount of pressure answering this question because they think like there's some shit you have to say. I have to say Tupac and Biggie and all
I
the
don't
things.
give a fuck about that.
Okay, cool. So I'm wasting my breath.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just say I'm saying favorite because like my favorites are like Andre 3000 from Outkast and fucking 50 Cent. You know what I mean? Those are my favorites. Do I think 50 Cent's
Favorite?
the
Okay,
best?
5 favorites.
Favorite.
Of all time.
Yeah. Who do you like listening to the most?
R.A. the Rugged Man.
Ooh, all right.
For sure. Black Thought.
Mm.
For sure.
You're going real hip hop with it. I love it.
Fuck. Most Def.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Biggie. I have one more.
One more. You can give me 2 more if you have 2 more.
God damn
This is the hardest question.
it. It really is. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's like it literally does change every day, but it kind of doesn't. 'Cause
Sure.
It's like you know what you like, but it also is like you know what's in your soul. What is the last one? Bonnie Blue.
Hey, I love it.
Bitch, try me.
I love it.
Shout out to me.
Fucking cheers. I love it. Do me a favor. Say the devil is a motherfucking lie after you drink your whiskey.
The devil is a motherfucking lie.
That he is. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you.
This was tight. This was a lot of fun. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed it. Please be sure to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share it with a friend or 6 if you think they'll enjoy it as well. You can find this podcast on all major platforms. That's iTunes, Stitcher, Google Music, Spotify. You know how this works. So go ahead and find it on your preferred platform. Subscribe, share, leave a 5-star rating, all the podcast things, and do so knowing that it is very much appreciated. This podcast is filmed and recorded at Playmaker Studio right here in Los Angeles, California. You can find more at onthewaydown.net and follow this podcast on Instagram at OTWD Podcast. Thank you to Illuminidal and thank you for watching. The devil is a motherfucking lie.